Welcome back to 6 News at 5, and we are keeping you weather aware on this Monday evening. Of course, the Arctic blast is the big story. Now, there's some good news, there's some bad news, and there's some kind of news to go along with this forecast. The good news is, of course, that the precipitation has moved off to the east-southeast. We are drying out at this time. The problem is it has been so cold that ice is not going anywhere. So over the next couple of days, we're going to go through Tuesday, we're going to go through Wednesday, and those same precautions that we've been talking about will still hold true. Make sure to increase those following distances and, of course, maintain a slower speed and watch out for black ice on the roads because it's not going to go anywhere before Wednesday morning. So let's take a look here. This is what the satellite radar image looks like. This is what it actually looks like outside. And again, I said before the break, this is a dreary, sort of just cold look for the area, one that we're not typically used to in this part of the world. Of course, 21 degrees out there right now is a little bit colder than what we would like to be seeing. And of course, it feels like 8 by the time you factor in the winds. Across the area, this is what we're looking at. Again, you saw the 20s here in central Texas, and across the area, nobody warmer right now than about 28 degrees. So everybody below freezing. And again, get used to it because we're not going to climb out of the freezing mark until at least late morning by Wednesday. Of course, the winds have not been our friend the last few days, still blowing at about 10 to 15 miles per hour out of the north. And with that, of course, those wind chill factors are in the single digits for many of us. It feels like 9 in Killeen, 8 in Temple, 8 in Marlin, 9 in College Station. Teens, though, a line from Hillsboro down through the western parts of the viewing area. So for the rest of tonight, you know, Chris mentioned it earlier about the blanket effect. Well, the problem is the clouds are moving out. They're going to follow the precipitation to the east and southeast. We're going to clear out at least for the first parts of the night. And of course, that is going to cause those temperatures to plummet. Could be worse. Watch what happens. Before daybreak, we are expecting to get another bank of clouds that'll stop that cooling effect, but not before we get down into the teens once again. Here's a look at your Tuesday morning. It's going to be in the teens, lower teens, below 15 degrees in many spots by the time you wake up tomorrow morning. And of course, you factor in the winds, and those wind chills are going to feel a lot closer to 0 in Hamilton, -1 in Goldthwaite. Most of us right around 1 degree is what it's going to feel like by the time you wake up tomorrow morning. And of course, that is why ERCOT is urging conservation as you head off to bed tonight and through tomorrow morning. Now, by tomorrow afternoon, things will be a little bit better. Notice this wind chill advisory only lasts through 12 p.m. tomorrow. And again, this is for those frigid wind chills. But by the time we hit the noon hour, things will start to look up for us just a little bit. Again, I don't think we climb above freezing before Wednesday, so it is still going to be cold tomorrow afternoon, but a little bit closer to freezing. And when you factor in just a little bit of that sunshine that we are expecting, some of that ice will melt just from the laws of thermodynamics. Yes, I know it won't be above freezing, but then as we head towards Wednesday morning, guess what happens? Once again, we're going to see those temperatures drop into the teens. So your Wednesday morning commute could also have a few issues as well for any ice that refreezes in the overnight hours. Now, we are close to the end of this Arctic blast. Let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. We're back into the 40s by Wednesday. Even though we start off in the teens, it'll be a decent day for your Wednesday. Look, by Thursday, we're back in the 60s, and this is a decent, this is a distant memory for us. And then by the weekend, our next cold front comes through. Now, I know the way things have been going the last few days, the word cold front might be a little bit scary, but this one won't be as bad. Lows in the 20s and 30s, highs will be in the 40s as we head through the weekend. That's a look at your weather.